Yo, what's going on, guys? Yes, I know this is not where I normally am, everybody, but I wanted to have the same. I wanted to have the same dedication as Autumn to the stream. Autumn will stream from anywhere, so I'm streaming from a hotel. um, Clearly, I'm not where I normally am. Also, here where I am, it's daytime, so you have to assume I am somewhere far, far away. But yeah, what's going on? Onto some music. What's going on? Trade to the Living. What's going on? If Dots, what's up? What's up? What's up, Manzi? So yeah, random stream. No Autumn. No glasses. Oh, Synthetics in China. Well, Synthetics is actually closer to me than I am to you guys for the most part then. Yeah. So, oh, thanks, Viral. What's going on? So, yeah, I just thought we would chill out. A true synth happy hour. Talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. And, yeah. If Dot says, if you bring your laptop in Ableton, you have everything you need for synth times. It's true. It's true. I brought my mini lab. Yes. Oh, the mini lab is with me. Autism Music says, sober this time. Well, you know what? Have a good time. What's up, Catherine? Yes, I am traveling. I am in Southeast Asia. So, yeah. Hopefully recording some music the next 3 days. See about a little random album recording. So, oh yeah, it is way hot here. Way too hot. I'm sure the audio is way low. I'll try to talk louder because I bet it's way low. Hold on. Let me see. Can I boost it? Let's see. I'm gonna set it as high as possible. I think this will be better. Let's see if I set this to like... Setting it to literally, here we go. Here we go, guys. Here we go. I got it. There we go. All right. That's way louder, but... Okay, so... All right, awesome. Thanks, you guys. So yeah, anyways, we could just talk about whatever we want to talk about. I have my screen share up, so we shall check out what's going on in the world of gear. Yeah, it's like 80 degrees and 80% humidity. Literally, that is what it is right now. Super hot, but it could be worse. It could be worse. So, what is going on in the world of gear? I don't even know. Oh, wow. Look at, what's this? What? Oh, no. This is crazy. All right. There's actually good news. I'm seeing a Moog Matriarch editor. Wow. Okay. Look at, finally something to excite me. All right. So, Moog Matriarch editor is a company called Dire Studios, has made a control over sequencer, presets, parameters. Let's see. Moog Matriarch editor. It's a third party. Oh, it's for Mac, which is cool. Oh, wow. It's expensive. I probably will buy this. Okay. So you can make presets on it now, as long as you... What are people saying about this? Okay. This is probably the one thing I think that was holding people back from going with the matriarch, was that, you know, and even me with the grandmother. I mean, I have a matriarch now, but when the grandmother came out, I just was too tied to my idea of having presets. And so, let's just see. It says that it gives you instant access to parameters, frequency ranges, MIDI outputs. You can do a sequencing override. You can do it via... Oh, there's a preset librarian. Oh, okay, you know what? I'm gonna have to check this out. Like, and legitimately, like, probably make a video. I wonder if there's no video for how this works, unfortunately. But let's see. It's available on the App Store. Well, let's check this out. What's up, Alexi? Yeah, what's up, Buford-G? Yeah, you know, that's my fault. I have to be smarter about getting my stream thing cool. The stream equipment I use is like, it's weird because I'm gonna say it's high end, but if it's so high end, why does it always overheat? So it's annoying. Wagyu says highly skeptical of the editor. You know, it kind of, I thought it was first party, but now that it's third party, I'm not sure. Also, there's like no like video or anything, but let's see. Trying to find out like where the website is. It's called, there's not really even a link on this. Oh, here it is. Okay, let's see what this is all about, huh? Okay, so it looks like this. See some screenshots. I mean, it looks very basic, but like, oh, you know. Now here's the issue. It looks like it says it's got colors for the corresponding sections. Well, I've got the black one, so none of these colors actually matter to me. Oh wait, here we go. The app makes a dark variant. Okay, good. See? This is what I get for just opening my mouth. Alright, let's go to this overview. The proper grandmother and matriarch editor has landed. So obviously it's only on Mac, which is fine. I mean, not for everybody, but for me. You can save all global settings and recall them. It's literally saying you can do patch recall via the app. I mean, honestly, like, I gotta try this out. It's so like short and sweet. I don't know what to really think of it. It's $50, which is, I think it's the right price for anybody who is thinking about actually, like, you know, wanting to get into one of these matriarchs or grandmothers, but not having the ability because they felt like the presets were holding them back or whatever. I just want to know, let's save all global settings. I'd have to try it out. $50 to try it out seems a bit much, but I will bite the bullet for this. Yeah. Wagyu, let's see. Wagyu said, I'm pretty sure most of the matrix controls are just analog signal path with no digital control. Yeah, see, that's what I'm wondering. Like, I didn't even know it could. So I'm like wondering, like, what does that mean? Like, what is global? Like, what are global settings? It's, I mean, if it does have digital control, and they are saying that like there is the ability, then I'm kind of confused as why Moog is like saying it can't, because that felt like that was always the thing. Moog was always like, we can't. Um, yeah. What are the value of the presets if it's like what are global settings? I don't even know. Why didn't they post 9 pictures? Yeah. What's up, Destructo? Aquatic Brow says global settings is different than the synth controls. Yeah, see, that's what I'm like. They're saying there are synth controls, like expanded control panel, but I don't know what that means. Like, there's also like okay, let's see. All right, page 1. Okay, so I wish they had the mate. Because I don't really... Okay, well, they only have pictures of the grand... Well, no, here's the matriarch, I think. Okay, I think they have each one. Grandmother, okay, matriarch. I'm seeing, like... Swing... Link. They need to, like, have pictures of everything, I feel like. Okay. So, oscillator frequency range, oscillator frequency knob range, pitch variance. I mean, these are like very much global settings though, right? Delay filter brightness, bright or dark? Okay, I don't know. I'm a little bit I'm not sure. Maybe you guys can give me some... Let's see. What's up, Rustic? Product says, I used to use an app to manage global settings on the matriarch, not patches though. Yeah, I don't... It could be the global settings page, but then it's literally saying... I think it's literally saying... presets, but presets are not patches. I don't like that word. I don't like that word. Let's see. Let's search for the word patches. I don't see the word patches at all. Yeah, Wagyu says none of these settings are synth engine proper. These are not patch controls. Lame. Lame. I don't... One person commented, whoa, the synth is amazing. I mean, yeah, we get it, but it doesn't... It's not speaking to, like, what it's actually doing. Well, anyway, guess we'll have to see. I kind of am skeptical now that you guys are saying this looks a little bit sus. Not sus in like it's a sus company, but just what people have, what maybe I've been wanting. Yeah. Okay. Well, I was happy for a second. Why is this even news? Okay, let's see. What else is going on? I saw this. I saw like a video from Devin Belange, and What is the other guy's name? Pedal Zone. I saw this. I don't know how interesting this is, but if Devin had it, let's just see what this is. A delay and reverb. The Encounter. Do we need another delay and reverb pedal? This is by a company called Source Audio. Put a put a 1 in the chat if we need any more like digital delay or reverb pedals. Put a 1 in the chat. Matsy says it's all the for the Moog. It's all the combo key press combinations to change global parameters. No control over the main synth parameters. Lame. Really? Wait, hold on. Did I say 1 equals we want more or 1 equals no more? 1 equals no. Just say no. 1 equals no. We don't need another dang digital reverb and delay pedal to save our lives. Ever again. Why am I even opening this? Close this stupid window. Okay, so you guys are saying 1 they do. Okay. I mean, I'm trying not to. Also, before I say anything, let me just say I haven't, as you guys probably recognized, I haven't like done like a video with a company in like forever, and that's for good reason. I sort of like blocked all my email so I don't get emails from companies, and it's been that way for months now, and I guess, well, it's been that way for a couple years at this point, since I think the last thing I did was like, I don't even know, Arturia? That was a long time ago. The Astrolab. Anyway. So as I say, we don't need another reverb delay pedal. I have no idea what pedal might be coming, but some pedal is coming to me in the mail from some company. I'm not going to say what it is because I don't even know what it is. They just said, can we send this thing to you? And so I'm like, I haven't replied yet, but I will reply and say, sure, send me whatever you want. As long as you know the score and this company knows the score, that I don't do any videos because they ask. I'm just gonna say, I'm saying we don't need another reverb or delay pedal, and they might send me a reverb or delay pedal, and then I'm screwed. So, but as to say, I don't need to buy another delay or reverb pedal unless it's a analog stereo delay pedal. That's the only pedals ever needed again in life. But this pedal, I mean, I don't know. I don't need another pedal like this ever. Matsy says, I want the Strymon Timeline mix to MX to finally drop. Strymon Timeline MX. I'm not saying anything, Matt Z. Not saying anything. I actually, and I'm being honest, I wouldn't know what pedal, because literally they just said, hey, you want to check out this thing? And they're like, it's not out yet. So I'm like, TBD on responding. Trade to Living says, Behringer dropped another Bogerfoger. Oh man, I feel like I've been wanting to talk about like Behringer stuff in a like let's see what came out from Behringer. What have they done now? Which one came out? I only get my news from Gear News. So if it's not on Gear News, it doesn't exist. And Gear News always covers the Behringer stuff, so I don't know. Maybe it's a few. Maybe it's a few. Let's see. Maybe it's on YouTube. Let's see. Okay. Oh, that one. Okay. Okay. Okay, so they have the filter bank. So here's...
A box full of analog circuitry with rich harmonic saturation and a tactile experience is some...
Wait, can you guys hear that? I think you can, but you let me know. Let me know if you can hear this video. All right, so... this thing... What is this cover? This is like the Murph, right? This is like the Moog Murph? MIDI Murph or Murph or something? Okay, good. See? You know, I could do a stream from the middle of freaking anywhere, guys. Think OBS. The audio's doubled. It might be because I don't have headphones. I wish I had headphones, but... Actually, I do have headphones. Hold on. Oh gosh, look at those old knees busting up. Okay. All right, so let's see.
This community were the foundation of the analog revival that we've experienced in recent years. When people were curious to learn about these fascinating devices, this community greeted them with open arms. And this box played a huge part in the analog resistance. There's a joke about resistors in there somewhere, but I couldn't quite ohm in on it. Sadly, the Fugger dynasty ceased production in 2018. And
is it doubled up anymore, guys? Let me know. Let me know if Dot says, I just realized, is this the first sighting of jorts on stream? Now you guys know what my legs look like. For years, you guys didn't know what my legs look like.
Like the Tesla that...
Now you know. All right, sweet.
Launched into space that year, the price soared astronomically, taking this wonderful celebration of analog out of the hands of everyday musicians, producers, and gear lovers, and reserving it for the collectors. But you...
Like, oh man, see, sometimes I don't like to watch Behringer videos because, like, it's like they always use, like, language. Like, they use, like, mad, like, divisive language. Like, that's why I don't like... Oh. Alex C says, nice smooth legs. You know, what can I say, guys? Like... I don't know. I just, I don't get... Like, they're always like, we did this to, like, save this so that, like, just not collectors have this pedal. But then I'm like this, but the pedal's not the same pedal. Like, it's just... Like... I don't know. But also, I feel like I'm totally outside of the realm of, like, a person who would care at all about something like this. Like, this pedal is, like, I don't know. Like, I've never thought about this pedal and caring nearly as much as probably someone else. Matsy says, they make it seem like they had a part in the history when they didn't. Turtleuk says, Erica's synth makes great gear. That's one of the things. Or Destructo. I can't even read. Matsy says, just admit you're copying. It's like the same. I like the same phaser. Just got as well. I mean, I just feel like the way they say things is like trying to be like this like super like clicky like, oh, we're like the saviors of like stuff. Like, I don't know. It's like remember like I don't know if you guys had sodas back in the day, but I used to go to the soda machine and there was this soda machine called Private Selection, right? It was outside of like Ralph's, right? You could go get Private Selection at like Ralph's or like Albertsons or I forgot what store. But like you could get every freaking soda that was $1, right? So they had like cola and they had like Dr. Cola or whatever, but it was 25 cents instead of $1, right? Imagine if like every Private Selection commercial was like, thank goodness, like for Private Selection for us, like making this like 25-cent soda, like thank goodness for us. It's like, shut up. Like, just make your dang sodas or make your dang pedals and just like move on. Like creating this like aura of like clickiness, like cool clickiness is so like, it's so cringe. Like I just don't understand why they do that. It's so cringe, dude. It's just so cringe.
Won't let it die, will you? Like an adoring crowd screaming for an encore, you want it back on stage. So here it is. Okay, there's not really an easy way to describe what this thing does. This is what we've got. First up, and crucial to understanding what on earth is going on, is this 8-band array of resonance.
All right, so they got that. I saw this delay, which I think is, oh, they released a bunch of stuff. Jeez. So they have the low pass now, and they have the analog delay.
You might think that once you've tried one delay pedal, you've tried them all. But this one will quickly make you realize that's just not the case. Introducing Behringer BM14M analog delay. If only pedals could stay in production forever. But sadly, everything must come to an end. When this pedal first hit the scene in 2000, it was already destined to become a collector's item. Unlike other mass-produced delays, it was built around a vintage and increasingly scarce Bucket Brigade delay chip. This chip gradually became harder and harder to source until one day, they sadly pulled the plug. By this time, it had already left a massive impression on producers, synth players, and guitarists, with its unique sound, level of control, and massive I/O. As you might expect, the love for this pedal did not fade. And you guessed it, the inevitable happened. The price on the second-hand market skyrocketed. You'd be hard-pushed to find a player who hasn't used this type of delay, but some guitarists who are heavily associated with BBD-style delay include The Edge, Ed O'Brien, Randy Rhoads, and Zakk Wylde. With its incredibly creative set of controls and much-loved sound, this Bucket Brigade delay...
All right.
But like
The only thing I care about is if they like use the same chip.
meteor to the dinosaurs, the shortage of this one specific chip wiped this pedal out of production. It's clear that this chip is crucial to the sound of this pedal. That's why the Behringer have worked tirelessly to find a chip that can produce the same sound, but that isn't as rare as rockin' horse poo. Now, some people will be sat there smacking away at their keyboard going, it's not the original, old and very rare
Oh my gosh.
chip. Well, no it's not, but if it sounds good, it sounds good, right? Okay, let's take a look at some of the features.
But that, oh my gosh. Trader to the living, how could you allow me to watch a Behringer video? So like, here's my thing though. The exact like, and I'm not against, you guys know, the problem is just Behringer doesn't make things that make me feel like that's an inspired instrument, right? So when he says this here,
no, it's not, but if it sounds good, it sounds good, right? Okay, let's take a look at some of the features.
Sorry, you gotta go back to this.
That they're smacking away at the keyboard going, it's not the original, old and very rare chip. Well, no, it's not, but if it sounds good, it sounds good, right?
So like, here's all I'm gonna say. He's directly saying that there's going to be naysayers who say that the original is only good, right? Specifically because they used like original parts. But then he goes on to say, well, if it sounds good, it is good. But then that totally like goes in the face of like, well then why make all your instruments look like old instruments? If it is good, you could just make let's just call it, they could make the Behringer 6 voice. It doesn't look like some like clone of something. It doesn't like try to like hold on to like the essence of a thing that was before. Like you could just do anything original, and then it's good because it sounds good. But they like take this position of like constant contradiction, like within their own like brand. Like it just kills me that like, no, Groove, you're 100% right. That's exactly what the DeepMind is. And I'm almost sure everyone would say the DeepMind is an amazing synthesizer. I say that. Outside of the keybed, which I think is the worst like synth keybed ever, the DeepMind is an awesome synthesizer. Like, that's exactly the idea. But when is the last time they've heavily like decided to do that? Like here and there they decide to do that, but then it's very like, I don't know. And I'm not even saying that they totally don't do that. What I'm saying is like, more consistently, their approach is heavy-handed to that we're borrowing heavily from things that are familiar instead of saying if it sounds good, it is good. It's a very like, I don't know. It's a very like conflicting like identity. Anyway. Like, but also, here's the thing. Also, I'm not saying that's just like a Behringer thing. There's many companies who have conflicting identities, and that even goes for a company like Moog, right? Moog is like this weird, for a long time, Moog did this thing where they were like, we're like the saviors of like, I mean, I'm gonna just say this because it's not exactly right, but you'll get what I'm getting at. Moog took this very like strange stance of like, we're the like saviors of like, you know, human rights, and like we're like keeping it like employee owned, and like we're like so like, you know, we're so like better than every other company because of like our values like internally and stuff like that, right? But then like allegedly they have all of these like things come out from coworkers, people who are just absolutely like, no, what you see is like very different than what's going on behind the scenes of the actual like operations of this company, right? So like the dissonance between like what's being put out and what's happening, like that's sort of like what I'm saying. Like it's just very, you know, Wagyu says, how much is the bottle of Senseo bathwater? Varbeat says their Oberheim clone is crap. If Dot says every company brags about their stuff being good, but it's a bit rich for companies to brag that they're morally better than their competitors. Yeah, that's just very weird to me. And like, I obviously have nothing against Moog. But I am going to like. It's just very convenient to point the finger at everyone else like first. Like that's like a very weirdo corporate thing to do. Just like you guys, like, hey guys, stop being terrible people. Like you're terrible for doing terrible things, right? It's like this what do you call it? You're just like getting ahead of it to like hopefully divert attention to where everybody else is like the bad guy. Anyway, let's go back to gear news. Maybe there's some good news on gear news. I got into a tangent because I watched the Behringer video and I feel like last week there was a lot of stuff that came out and I like totally like didn't pay attention. Anybody? How about this? I mean, we talked about it last week, but wait. Richard C says Jerry just left Ben and Jerry ice cream for real. Trade to Living says not impressed at all with the UBXA, but the 2XM sounds great. Vao says playing it next to the real one was extra weird. Oh yeah, where's the Behringer? Where's the Behringer CS80? Where's the Behringer CS80? Been waiting. Matsy says Moog Messenger USA discount. Let's see. Where do you guys find all these stories? Whoa. Whoa. That's way cheap. Alright. Shout out Matsy. I think you said it earlier in the stream and I didn't pay enough attention to it. Alright. Moog Messenger right now. $6.99. I mean, I don't know. Look, I heard a Moog Messenger. It sounded like a Moog. I mean, close enough. I'm getting older, so I'm getting older. But, you know, I'm just saying it felt like it was the same sound as people had been wanting. I mean, shoot. $6.99? I'm trying to think, like, what other Moog synth has ever been essentially $700 to start? I mean, I guess, is there a tiering that has to go? Like, is there a tier to this? Because I really want to try to understand the tiers here. In my experience, right, as someone who owned like the Minotaur, the Sub Fatty, Little Fatty, Slim Fatty at one time, and then like Voyager is like above that, right? So what has ever really lived in this like messenger range? Right? Like only those. Autism Music says the Moog modulars are like $5.99. Yeah, like what keyboarded mono synth from Moog has ever lived in the sub $700 price range, like brand new? The Grandmother was close, but the Grandmother felt like it was very different. Like the Grandmother and Matriarch line, to me, like they're like over there. They're like this weird side thing. Like especially the Matriarch. The Matriarch is so like, it's just like a bunch of old like pieces of Moog. Like I think it's the best Moog, right? It's like, it feels so old school. but it's just like over there. Like the matriarch or the messenger is like a return to like the lineup again, like presets. You know, it returns to like that sub line or whatever. The messenger is built like a Glock. So, Chair to Louis says Hans Volt makes the messenger sound amazing. I mean, yeah. I feel like at this point, everything sounds amazing. I think that's the hardest thing about music. Like, I've been having this feeling for so long. It's just like, if someone ever says like, oh, like anybody reviewing synths like never says like enough bad stuff, I'm like, how much bad stuff can anyone say about any of this stuff anymore? Like, we're so far into this, like, I'll just call it like the perfection era, right? Like, I don't think this Moog messenger was like hard to do. I touched one for a little bit, but it just was so like not necessarily like something I could even think about wanting, that I didn't really dive into like the build quality. But if you're saying it's built like a Glock, you know, I mean, I've held a Glock before. I never think of a Glock as like built to like, you know, it's not like a 1911 or something. You know what I'm saying? Wait, hold on. If that says, if you hate synths, you probably shouldn't be in the synth space. Groove says, the bad dude gear is a pioneer. I mean, I like audio pills. I can't watch audio pills videos, but I like audio pills as a person. How about that? That's like my hot take. But I also, it's for the same reason why I can't watch like a Mr. Beast video. My brain is just trying to feel like it's getting like fed like quality, and like bad gear to me is like super high on the dopamine side. Like the videos are just like so like it's too much snack foodie for me, and that's not like it has to be like a shtick, right? Like that's the character of audio pills, but it's just like I can't. Also, I can't listen to the same like intro music and outro music on different pieces of gear again. I just can't do it. Like, I would love for, but that's just me. I think I'm so like, you know, as if you could watch my channel over the years and be like, damn, he keeps doing different stuff. Like, I'll go against literally the thing that works out for me purposely because I just cannot do the same thing over. Like, videos that always work, right? Do like a synth versus synth video for me, right? If I just did a synth versus synth video every week, first, I wouldn't blow my brains out, but I couldn't do it. Like, I cannot do that. Like, I just would be sick. But that's YouTube. Like, Audio Pills is YouTube. He's the perfection of, like, same-ish, different day. Like, you gotta be like that. Same video title. Same format. Like, it only works if you do it that way. But here I am. In Asia, going to make an album for no reason. Let's see what else is in the news. I like Florian. Look, I think as a person, Florian's mad cool. That's never my issue. I wish... I mean, I think anyone who's sort of watched my channel for a while, like, probably knows, like, I don't actually, like, watch a lot of, like, I actually probably watch more live streams of, like, synth people. Like, I'll watch Viral Beats, I'll watch videos from Trade to Living, because Trade to Living has a very, soothing voice. And I like the long formness, right? Like, Trade to Living doesn't do anything. I know, I'm sorry, I'm talking about you and you're here, but they don't do anything to re-grab people's attention. But the conversation, the communication, like just the straightforward, like my personal experience, like delivery is like, that's like my speed, right? Like that's why Audio Pills videos are too much for me, because like it's just I'm like what did you say? What did you say? Oh, that's a meme. Oh crap, that's a meme. Oh crap, what are you doing? Like I'm trying to relax. Like I just can't do it. Wagyu says, I'm just amazed so many people still don't understand the qualification criteria for a bit of gear being bad. It's just he could find enough people whining out about it on the internet. Yeah. Every synth qualifies. Like if yeah. You know what's super funny? Aquatic Borealis said Jeremy from Red Wings Recording does amazing modular synth jams. Jeremy was the most anti-Eurorack person you could ever imagine. Like, for years, he was so like, I'm not going down that rabbit hole, and now like he's very much into it. And yeah, Wagyu says Audio Pills is very different to a 90-minute long Tim Shoebridge video for sure. Yeah, there's a happy medium, I think, but you know, who hasn't? I think, you know, I watch Tim Shoebridge for the same reason. Like, I feel like a calming musical, just a calming musical place is like had by watching a video like that. But I also think so many people are so good at like, you know, I'll just use the last little bit to just like talk about random people, because maybe like, you know, everyone lives in a different space, and this is not against anyone. My channel is the worst excuse for a, you can't even come and understand like what you're gonna get, which is ultimately like anti-YouTube. Like, you don't know. I don't even know. I literally don't know what video I could make like next. Like, I thought about like, oh, you know, I'm feeling really cynical, and I thought I was gonna do like another cynical video, and I didn't, because I got over the feeling, right? So I don't even know, which is not great. Even though my channel is fairly large for the niche, I don't know how it got there, as I don't know what I'm doing. But someone like someone mentioned Espencraft. I don't know. I like the music Espencraft makes, like, right? I'm trying to think of like, okay, so let me just think about this. Ready? So I'll just say there's no one better at streaming the most random stuff in the entire world than Synth Samurai, right? Like, whether or not people like Synth Samurai in terms of his, whatever he said off the cuff about his beliefs, or whatever he said like attitude-wise about whatever, like the way that he's able to continue to just keep a conversation going with people in the stream and like consistently like stay like on brand for that many videos typically. Now I know he's gone right now, but for as many videos as he does is a super like, most people can't do that. I cannot do that, right? I can't, right? Trevor Tiffany says, did you see here since Samurai retired from YouTube? I did not. Trying to think of like, okay, so then there's like Matt Johnson from Jamiroquai, right? Matt Johnson is, I think Matt Johnson has consistently gotten better at making great YouTube videos. He's really inspirational because he's a keyboardist. I'm a keyboardist. I want to make keyboard musical videos that are visually appealing. Like that's how I think of like YouTube. Like I'm not thinking of like, let's like try to sell gear. And then I just literally think, how can I make a video that's about me making music, but then make it visually appealing so people will like watch it, right? I'm like tricking people to listening to my music. That's my Trey Toby says he said he's retired, but Machines One says he's not. Let's keep going. Let me think. I'm trying to think of people. Bo Beats is my friend. I've, been super, I've been super supportive of like Bo, and I truly like think that he's someone who really enjoys making review videos for people, and there's so many YouTubers who fill in gaps where people ask me to do things and there's no way, right? Like I'm not going to review new stuff for the most part. Like it's just not interesting, but that content people want, right? And it's hard. Honestly, it's hard to do things like that. You have to learn new pieces of gear. I hate doing that. Hate learning new things. So anytime a company asks me to do things, I literally just say no. And it's not because I don't want the stuff. It's just like, to like learn a new piece of gear is absolutely like it's like the worst thing in the world to me. Ricky Tinez. Ricky is great. And yes, he's probably gone for quite some time because he has to work doing his thing. He has to make, I think like he's got a kid now. He's got a whole life. I'm not going to spit his business out there too much, but Ricky's very cool. I've seen him from random time to time here in LA, just at music stuff. So, but yeah, he's essentially retired for the meantime, I assume, because of Apple. Autism Music, I need a Nora t-shirt. No, definitely don't. There's a lot that there's a lot of people I forget to watch. I'm trying to think. So Jeremy, so red means recording, right? I think, like Jeremy and I are not the same person, right? At all. Like, but in my like deep, like artistic, creative respect, I mean, Jeremy is an amazing YouTube creator. He is a awesome musician, like, but you also don't know what Jeremy's gonna do in like videos. Like I could never predict the next video on Jeremy's channel, right? Whereas it's the same as mine. Like I don't even know what I'm gonna do Maybe Jeremy doesn't, but Jeremy's always been an incredible inspiration for his just his ability to, one, be great at making music, two, his visual. He's a very talented visual effects editor, and to be able to like blend that with his own brand is like incredible. But at the same time, like, he's so much more outspoken about things that he believes in, right? Like, he is totally not going to apologize for speaking publicly about things he believes in. Now, my personal belief on my own side of things is like, I don't care if you guys know nothing about what I think and believe in, because like, I truly want this to be an escape for people to just like enjoy conversations around music, around the gear, around personalities in music. We're talking about the personalities in music, but it's not like a deep thing, right? I don't want it to be a political space. I don't want it to be a religious space. I don't want it to be any of those things. Those are that's my own separate life over there. And we're just different like that, right? But we're very much similar, I think, in the idea of like really good quality music, visuals. That all is like part of the experience for like you guys. Like it says, I haven't really seen Red Means recording for a few years. I tuned out for a while when he seemed to be doing drama videos every week, wanting more money when he had 700 Patreons, etc. 700 Patreons, solid. I'm lame because I don't. Well, I don't know. I have lots of thoughts about Patreon, so I don't have one. I haven't had one, except for 6 months, 5 years ago, probably. I had a Patreon like for 6 months, 5 years ago, and all I ever thought was like, I just thought negative things regarding the whole thing, and I just was kind of like, you know what? I just don't want people to pay me for this. That's how I felt. So, whatever. F. Dot says, I'm a big fan of Mr. Fan. Wait, hold on. Oh, I can't even read. Sorry. I'm a real big RMR, Red Means Recording fan, personally. He is a lot sometimes. No, I love, like, if there's a person like deep down that I've ever like connected with personally, like regarding this journey, it's been Jeremy. We have had so many talks all for years ago about this whole thing, and he's probably the only one that I've deeply connected with in that way. Trader says, ask Halloween special this year. I've really thought about it. I've really thought about it. I don't know, because I just don't know. Emily, yeah, okay. Aquatic Borealis, I think has an amazing point. Says, I think Emily Hopkins has cracked the code. If you don't know, Emily is Harp Lady. She plays the harp. Yeah, I think Emily, when I see what she's doing, she has really sort of, I'll say how Emily has done well. One, put it over here. One, Emily is a good musician, right? She's not the greatest musician ever, but she competently plays an instrument well, right? Meaning she is a performer. I'll just say a performer. That helps a ton on YouTube. Not just for the watcher, but for the creator. Like, it's so easy for me to make videos about synthesizers and stuff, right? Because I could just play piano, right, on the thing, right? And the trick, and I've always said the trick to making something impressive is not actually the piece of gear, it's the musician behind it. And I always bring up Music Track JP, right? When you're listening, when you're watching a Music Track JP video and you're like, dude, this synth sounds awesome. It's not the synth, trust me. It's because he's playing awesome stuff on it, and you're sort of, it's blurring the line between, are you hearing the music and are you hearing the piece of gear, right? You can't really separate those two, right? So that's the one. Emily's a good musician. Two, Emily is actually a good personality, right? She's engaging. She's like someone you'd like to hang out with, right? I've never met Emily, but she's very like, she's a good character on the internet, right? Three, Emily is actually very savvy as a new media person, meaning she's going to make the shorts that make sense to people, right? They're sort of like baiting you in, but then it's also like providing like good value for your time. Like she's really good at like the new media era. And then four, she's really, really good at streaming. She's good at doing the thing on streaming, which makes her connected to like people on like a very like personal level. Like she's not always doing music. She's also just like a personality. So she's hitting like everything, and it's just very hard to beat something like that. Matsy says when he plays, I understand Japanese. Yeah, that's exactly how I feel. Which is the probably anyway. I just think Music Track JP is an amazing example of. So many people would say how great his channel is, but no one can understand him for the most part. But his expression through the instrument is felt so much by the audience. What's up, Mackie? Aquatic Warehouse says, she and Russ are savvy, funny, and good musicians. They are a good team. Yeah, that banter, she has like other personalities like coming in. It's like a whole vibe. Like she's created like a whole like an ecosystem almost. Like Emily is, and I also feel like she enjoys it. Like Emily's super top tier, right? Like she's super top tier. I could do it in my own, in my like, I could do it in my mind, but in practice, that's so heavy. Like all of that stuff is so heavy. Like I couldn't. Church of Living. Oh, here we go. If Dots, you said, I respect her as a YouTuber, but I can't deal with the way she's objectified by the internet. I mean, she definitely kind of plays into that. It's definitely interesting. She definitely lets it roll. She lets it go. She definitely like lets whatever is working like ride like on the internet, and that's interesting. I guess, you know, to be honest though, I can kind of accept that. There's something I thought the other day about, which is like, you kind of just have to like let it roll on the internet, because like the people that dislike and that poke, they're never gonna be like the people that matter like to support you at any point in the future, right? So like for years, right, I thought something honorable to do would be like only borrow gear from companies, and I'd only borrow from like Zounds and from Perfect Circuit, right? And they'd like ask like, oh, do you want like a fee for like making a video and like telling people that you got it from Perfect Circuit, right? I remember like Bryce asked me if I wanted like a fee, and I said no, I don't want a fee, because I don't want there to be any like, you know, if I borrow it, then like the audience knows like I'm just borrowing it, like there's no money here, there's whatever, right? And because people always poked at other YouTubers for being shills, right, and taking like money from things. So I was like, the way to go around this and get new gear is to borrow from companies, or not borrow from companies, borrow from this store that's not affiliated with companies. And if I just don't get paid and I just borrow, I'm trying to be like the internet's like helpful synth person without like these connections, constant connection to companies. Yet what I realized in hindsight is nobody who ever like would or does poke fun because I didn't take from a company is going to heavily like donate or be like, hey, Steven, I've seen you've just been borrowing from Perfect Circuit, and like that's so awesome because like you're not like shilling, so like I want to like get you a synthesizer. Like none of those people give a damn. Like let's be straight. Like though people who are gonna poke aren't gonna support you, and that's something I've really had to like accept, was this like don't do anything for the people on the internet who are going to say, who are going to criticize. It's just literally the dumbest. Only do things for you that work, that are good for you, right? Like, I mean, I've given away how much gear in my entire like YouTube career. I never ask anybody for anything, right? I just give away the gear because it's just stuff, right? But the amount of people who have ever given me gear, like normal people, 0. And it's probably going to stay that way, right? But it doesn't, I still feel that that's in me to do. Like when we pass away, right? Literally someone's just going to go through our stuff and they're not going to be interested in our stuff, and they're going to just sell it, or they're throwing it in a big bin, right? So like, you know, that's my honest feeling about it. Like there's a lot of like materialism and hoarding around the whole gear thing. I do not have that. Yeah, that's a lesson of YouTube. And that's why I think like when you see a lot of creators, they don't mind like taking gear and stuff, because I know that they know that the people who criticize them, who would or do criticize them for taking gear, will never be a person who will heavily support them in trying to be independent of companies or them giving gear. It is what it is. Like, right? If Dot says, if YouTube is your job, it changes the calculus a lot. Yeah. Autism Me says, my synths are going to pay for my funeral. Yes, but also get life insurance. What's up, Twin Cities Oxygen? Buggy says, I have a lot of gear, but I like not having it all set up. Means I can get gas for something I already own. Then I plug it in and go, oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, I try to keep my stuff like somewhere at hand, not too far away. Because sometimes I forget. Like I'm literally gonna say like I forgot that I've owned things before. If I put it like in a closet or something, like I'll be like, dang, what the heck? I bet there's something I have right now in a cabinet and I'm literally forgetting that I own it at all. Probably some pedal, some sort. Richard C says, no life insurance, just stop using a firm and invest. That'd be too easy. Twin Cities Ocean, if this question is for me, what do you think of the Labyrinth? To me, it's a beautiful instrument if you pair it with something else. The Labyrinth and the subharmonicon together, to me, are just like, that is the most like just gorgeous setup you could ever have, like sonically. Like pair that with like some sort of like effect pedal, right? Like a delay and reverb pedal. That's an awesome thing. The Labyrinth on its own, though, it's for me, it doesn't tick all the boxes. That's the problem. That's why monosynths don't heavily tick the box for me. Like I don't own but one monosynth, right, which is the Sub 37, and I will never own another monosynth unless the Sub 37 breaks. Like I just could care less about monosynths. And the Labyrinth is kind of like a monosynth. I mean, it's two voices, but it's not enough of a monosynth and not enough voices. The Subharmonicon to me is the perfect synth if we're talking like that form factor, right? It could be a mono if you really wanted it to, but then it's also just a beautiful like spread of harmony. Awesome. Yeah, I never found the Labyrinth heavily inspirational. I mean, it is, it's good, but I'm just saying, like, it really comes into its own when you pair it with something and you're able to, like, really master the blending of, like, harmony and melody, right? That's why, like, those two together are just amazing. If Dots says Harponicon's so nice, I kind of wish I still have one. How could you not have one? So good. Anyways, guys, you can see the shorts one more time. I'm gonna go and take on. Well, you cannot see, but there's Makatai out here, so I'm gonna go and try to have a little adventure in Makatai and Makati. Jesus, what am I saying? I'll see you guys later. Peace out, guys.